What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
Going way back till the early days.
Got fresh stuff.
Money days. You know how we
Give it, party people, something funky to listen to.
y'all ready for this? I'm going way back.
It's the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut. As always, we got a great show for you. Oh, shout out to Jeremy, Kyle. What up,
kid?
What it do?
All right.
And, you know, I want to say what's up to my crew.
Yes,
Time
sir.
Teasy in the building, keeping us brothers in check and bringing you the old school new news as always.
For sure. There she is.
The Silver Fox that rocks, DJ Always in the building.
How you feeling, kid?
And newest member, Lord Tariq, holding it down.
He is the man, boy. Look at him.
And he is the baby. Yeah, we can't see him. Can we see him? There we go.
Can we sit there?
He hiding behind the mic.
You gotta move the mic.
You know,
Tariq.
he'll be speaking a little bit later. I'm pretty sure
I know, right?
he'll let himself be known. But, you know, we got a great show. Guests, we got two guests, actually. You know, we got a call in from legend, Grand Master Caz.
Yes, sir.
In a bit. And a little later, MC Eiht will be in the building. And, you know, I hope you guys just got finished checking out the Real Talk Show with E. Don and Diva Pink and your homie Don Juan. They had Kafani on.
I don't know the story you guys are talking about in the green room.
Yeah,
it's over my head.
You know, he got shot, and I believe he's paralyzed, right? Yeah, but he got shot in Oakland, pretty much right around where my people was at. And he tried to shoot a video.
How long ago?
In the neighborhood of the dude he was beefing with.
How long ago?
Thinking that was gonna be fly.
How long ago?
How long ago? This was maybe, I want to say about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. Seemed like it's been that long. I'm not exactly
Tried to
sure.
shoot a video in the hood of the guy he was in a rival with.
Right, yeah. He's beefing with Filthy Rich.
Wow.
He tried to shoot a video on Seminary. And
Didn't work out well,
yeah,
huh?
it didn't work out. So, I mean,
Ooh.
you know, shout out to Kafani. I hope he's doing well, but that definitely could have been avoided. You know,
Yes.
seriously.
At all
You know,
costs.
sometimes, you know, those good plans you got ain't really good plans.
Good plans.
But anyways, Time Teasy, how are you? What's been going on?
I'm doing well.
How's your week?
My week so far is going pretty good. Nothing exciting. Oh, we had a visitor over the weekend, but my good girlfriend Ema came out to visit Lord Tariq, and that was about it. Nothing else special. Just
hung
chilling
out?
and nothing. Nah.
What about you, DJ Always?
Actually, I've really been just hanging out too. I haven't been doing too much.
No parties?
No parties. Yeah, I ain't had no parties this weekend. If y'all need a DJ.
No
I'm
comedy
available.
shows?
No comedy shows, yeah.
I thought
No stripper events?
I thought the poetess was trying to reach out to you to do some work.
She didn't call me.
Oh.
Poetess, hit me up. I'll hit you up.
I actually did talk to the poetess about that, and she is going to do an event.
Okay.
But I think she's going to do it a little bit further down the line.
Okay.
So she definitely going to hit you up.
Cool.
You know, I got
No
your
problem.
back, brother.
I appreciate it, dog.
You know how it is.
Yes, you do.
Nothing else happening with you?
Nah, seriously, I just been like trying to hang out with my daughter. You know, she's getting big. She's actually started hanging out with my best friend that I grew up with in high school, and his kids are the same age. They're the
Really?
same age, yeah. And
Another girl?
no, he's a boy. He has the boy. I know, right?
Slow down.
I was like, coming to America, arranged marriages.
For real?
No, but like today.
Wait, how old are they?
10.
10, yeah. So watch that for
right.
like 4 years.
So today, you know, it was Veterans Day, and
Loving basketball ass.
they were off.
Right.
So my friend, I was like, hey, you know, can you pick her up and, you know, just have them hang out? He was like, hey, yeah, cool. So I was talking with him right now. He was like, man, my son is over here tripping off the fact, Max, tripping off the fact that he's like, man, I ain't even known her and kicked it with her, but she's just so cool. I was like, hey, man, that's how it's going to be. And so we were cool back in the day. And then you guys met each other when you were babies. You guys played with each other when you were babies, and you don't remember that. So
hopefully they stay friends.
Yes.
But watch that.
I know,
like
man.
in about 4 years, 4 or 5 years. You know? Me myself, man, not too much. Like I said, I was hanging out with the fam all weekend.
Doing the daddy thing.
Yeah. Not too much happening. You know, I almost had a heart attack Sunday watching that damn 49er game.
Oh my God.
That shit was crazy.
What happened, man?
Dog.
You guys had it in control, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, but what?
Stop hating. Well, luckily, Cox did that flop move.
Luckily, I don't speak Canadian, so I didn't hear what he just said. Say what? Well, you really don't speak my
no
language.
Wins then.
Yeah, that's loser talk right
Loser
there.
time.
Loser talk. Raider. What?
Man.
Anyways, yeah, man. So I did that, and what did I do?
Shit, my Cowboys won. I know that.
Man, I was just at the crib.
Who cares?
What? Say that again?
I said my Cowboys won. I know that.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, we'll see what happens.
7-3, dog. 7-3.
Good for you guys.
In the playoffs, we'll see what happens.
I know.
So, you know, it's pretty mellow for me too as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it. It's the old school new news with Tom Teasy.
Thanks, man. Okay, we gonna start this week off with T.I. and Jeezy. They announced that they're gonna do a collabo album titled Dope Boy. They made that announcement during Power 105 Powerhouse last week.
Interesting.
So, Ghostface Killah of Wu-Tang Clan had a pending lawsuit against him from Jack Eubank. The man behind the music for the 1960s TV version of Iron Man sued Ghostface in 2011 for copyright infringement. He sampled the Iron Man theme song for his album Supreme Clientele. So Eubank won a default judgment because Ghostface did not show up to court, and the reason for that is because he could not pay his lawyer.
Sounds familiar.
Even if you don't have a lawyer, I suggest that you show up.
Yeah,
Right.
still show up.
Try to get a public defender, something.
Represent yourself.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
show up.
Yeah.
Just show
Because
up.
if you don't show, you lose.
Exactly.
I've
Yeah.
had it happen to me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Just-
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Just show up.
That's not good.
All right.
Okay, so the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation is planning to release a new single featuring several hip-hop stars. The artist of the mixtape has not been announced yet. The proceeds from the sales of the songs will go to help support the upkeep of the foundation, or Tupac's foundation. And you can get the mixtape for 99 cents at tupac.com.
Yeah. Tell Tariq.
There we go.
Yeah, I am.
So Too Short has released his 19,999 mixtape, which features 5 tracks.
Really?
And the video was actually, the animated video was made by our very own
Maxwell Benson. All right.
Where you at, Maxwell?
Yeah, Max. Where you at?
We got a clip of that. We actually need to play that video. Kyle, pull up
You got that?
Too Short. We're gonna get that on before the show is over for sure.
It's like this hat
but
is
who-
getting in.
Who does a mixtape with only 5 tracks?
It's not a mixtape. It's an EP.
It's an EP.
Well, it said
They
mixtape.
did one.
Huh?
You guys did one.
Yeah, we did an EP.
Had 8
Do you know what EP means?
extended play.
Extended play single. So it's more than
So it's EPS actually.
right, but it should be. But
It's EP.
we ain't gonna be literal.
But but you guys only had what, 8 tracks? Oh, is it
On
13?
What was it? This is an EP release.
Yeah.
The one that had same song on it.
Yeah.
It was 7 tracks.
7
on it.
tracks.
I
Yeah.
believe so. What's the tracks? It was same song, Tie the Knot, the other wedding song.
The other wedding song.
I think it was like the instrumental or I don't know, whatever. Go ahead.
7 tracks.
Yeah.
And we would like to send out a prayer to Big Bank Hanks, who passed away this morning. He was a member of the Sugar Hill Gang. He died early this morning, and he lost his battle with cancer. So I'd like to send a prayer to him and to his family.
Yes, sir.
And that's
right.
this week's Old School New News on the Going Way Back show with Money B.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, I found out about Big Bang Hank a little earlier this morning, and that's crazy because, you know,
Man.
Big Bang Hank, you know, Rapper's Delight was basically the first rap song to hit nationally.
That was
That
one
the
that
first,
everybody knows.
That was actually the first rap hit.
Exactly.
Now there were records before Sugar Hill Gang.
Last Poets and all that, but
I'm saying hip hop, like
Yeah,
Treacherous
period.
3,
Yeah.
Belly Mel, you know, Super Rapping, Spoonie G. There were records that were out before Sugar Hill Gang, but Sugar Hill Gang and Rapper's Delight was the first record that actually became a hit record. That was the first rap hit.
right.
You know, that kind of launched hip hop into, you know, mainstream.
Exactly.
And he passed away at the age of 57.
Young age.
57. So was he? Do you know if he was battling cancer or did it something that just hit all of a sudden? Was he sick?
Yeah, it said he was battling cancer.
Right. Well, like I said.
Rest in power.
Yep. And, you know, that's why, you know, hopefully in a second, Grand Master Caz is going to call us because a lot of people don't know that Grand Master Caz actually wrote the rhymes that Big Bang Hank used in Rapper's Delight.
Serious. Wow.
Yeah, you know, that's why he's, you know, Big Bang Hank say, "'Cause I'm the Grand Master with 3 MCs," because he took Grand Master Caz's rhymes.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's basically a part of hip hop history that's kind of lost. You know, because back then, you know, and I'll let Caz tell the story when he call in.
Right.
You know, but I definitely want to get his. We got to call him?
Not yet?
Not yet. Okay, well.
That's right. Tell him
we
to
gotta
call
call
in.
This may be Caz right here. Time teasy.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yo.
Hit the button.
Yo, what's good?
Grand Master Caz, what it do?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Nice.
The legend is
How
in
you
the
feeling?
building.
Yes, he is.
How you doing, man?
In there.
Say what? You doing all right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Now, Caz, you know, I enjoy talking to you. Every time I get to speak to you, you know, I definitely say it's a treat, man, because you are a legend and a pioneer. You were there from the very, very beginning. Now, we were just talking about, you know, records that were out. Like, you know, of course, I spoke to you earlier, you know, Big Bang Hank, he passed away. And we were saying that, you know, that was probably the first rap hit record, you know, but there were records before. So, you know, talk to me about some of the records like before Rapper's Delight. What were the singles and the songs that was really rocking New York City at that time?
Well, man, back then, I mean, hip hop and making records was two separate things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Prior to 1979, nobody even imagined that, you know, this stuff would be on records.
Right.
All right. And but the year of 79, in the summer of 79, there was a bunch of attempts, you know what I mean, at making a first rap record. And a lot of these, most of them were all independent labels, you know.
Okay.
So joints like King Tim III, you know what I mean, Personality Jock, the collaboration between him and the Fatback Band was like, that was out before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Jocko Henderson did a remake of Ain't No Stopping Us Now called Rhythm Talk.
All right.
You know, also, so those records got a minimal amount of airplay, you know, but when Rapper's Delight came out, that was like, boom, that was like the quintessential joint. That's the one that hit closest to home and became a commercial hit.
Right. And then I was just speaking that you know, a lot of my listeners and of course the younger folks, they don't know that you wrote, you know, the rhymes that Big Bang Hank used in Rapper's Delight. They were your rhymes. And you know, I was just even saying, like, you know, he's like, I'm the Grand Master. I'm like, it's like he didn't change anything. So, you know, for the listeners that don't know, tell us the story of how did he come to possess your rhymes, like your rap book, or did he just get it off a tape or what?
Let us know after this break.
Go ahead, Caz. I'm
well,
sorry.
he was a doorman at a hip hop club in the Bronx. You know what I mean? And when I used to go there, we got cool. You know what I mean? And people started having managers in hip hop. The Funky Four had a manager, and the Flash had a manager. So it looked like hip hop was headed that way. So I asked him to help manage the group that I was in at the time. Okay. And it was before the Cold Crush Brothers.
It was before the Cold Crush
when everybody puts it in print, and Wikipedia and these different, places say that Hank used to manage the Cold Crush Brothers, but that wasn't true. Hank managed my group before I joined the Cold Crush Brothers.
And who was in that group?
Huh?
I said, who was in that group?
Well, that was myself, JDL. You know what I mean? My man Little G. And a few other cats you probably might not know, but, because the Cold Crush, as you know it, was like the final kind of lineup, that kind of stuck.
Right.
But there were different people involved in both crews, in years before. So the final lineup is as you see it. But before that, the Cold Crush was a different crew, and my crew was a different crew.
We got to get him here.
So when he asked you about that, when he asked you, like, yo, let me rock your rhyme, or did he, like... Or did you just say, here, you should say this when he went to do the record?
Yeah, well, it was like, hey, you know what I mean? I figure if something comes of it, you know what I mean, you being connected to me, that it'll trickle down to us or whatever. But nobody thought that it was going to be anything.
Right. You didn't think it was going to take off. You know what I mean?
It was like, here, go ahead. Like, what? You making a record?
Right.
Like before me or Busy B or Melly Mel or any of that. So that's why we didn't really take it seriously, man. Right. Nobody imagined that record would blow up the way it did.
Well, let me ask this question: Did he even write rhymes before that? Like, was he on any mixtapes or? Like,
nah. He was just a fan of the movement, you know what I mean, and being around it, living in the Bronx. You know what I mean. But he wasn't a serious, he played football in college, you know what I mean. He wasn't no entertainer or anything like that. The only thing that got him around hip hop was him being, with us.
Just being a big buff dude, a big dude. So you know what, Caz? We got to take a quick break. If you don't mind, just hold on for 1 second. I'm going to come and holler at you. But when we come back, I want to finish talking about that as well as Wild Style and kind of the new projects and things that you're doing right now. Is that okay?
No doubt.
Okay, hold on. We'll be right back with Grand Master Caz right here on the Going Way Back show with Money B. So after that, the record took off, and... I know you was like, yo, because I'm pretty sure everybody was like, damn, Caz, we heard you, we heard you on the radio. What's going on? Like, did Hank ever come back and be like, yo, it worked? Like, what's up?
Nah. The thing was, I mean, once the record took off, man, I mean, the group took off, the label took off, you know what I mean? And Hank was gone. He was out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he didn't never look back.
He never looked back. Came back, got back,
say,
called
here,
back.
y'all hold this or something till whatever. We never, you know what I mean? After that, he was just gone, man. And he never looked back.
Well, let me ask you this. Being like in New York City, I'm sure everybody within the hip-hop community, it was obvious that those were your rhymes. Did that in any way open up any avenues for you to, like, when you, in your career, when you started making your records?
Not at all, because what happened is that the New York hip-hop community, which I was already, who I was in that community,
right,
knew that was all my stuff, you know what I mean? But the world, the rest of the country and the rest of the world was just grooving off the record.
Well,
there was no announcements, there was no Twitter, no Instagram, or no nothing for everybody around the country to know that I wrote those lyrics. Right. So he just rode off that, and it just kind of went unchallenged, unnoticed outside the hip hop community. It wasn't until years later when people started to research hip hop and started to look back at its origins and find out who's who and who, right, that the story really, got some momentum and some life.
Right. And then from there, so after that, you know, you were part of probably one of the most influential hip hop movies to be made, which is Wild Style. You know, tell us about that experience.
Well, you got to understand that at the time, I mean, even with the Hank situation, by the time Hank's situation and he took off with them, it was like, yeah, okay, whatever, let's keep it moving.
Right.
It wasn't about doing that. We was about trying to run the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by that, I mean be like the top group performance-wise in the street, doing live shows.
Okay.
And so, you know, it was like a bump in the road, but I kept it moving, you know what I mean? And then when I got with the Cold Crush Brothers, then we was all consumed with trying to, you know, be the best crew out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like, yeah, all right, whatever. We wasn't thinking about Hank and the Sugar Hill Gang and none of that other stuff. You know what I mean? That's when Charlie Ahern came along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With this Wild Style movie idea.
Uh-huh.
So we was like, yeah, I mean, somebody interested in hip-hop on that level
Yeah.
to do a movie. Like, we wasn't the first to make a record. And once cats started making records, we kind of shied away from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when the opportunity to do a movie came along, it was like, okay, now we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Movies was paying back then.
And, yeah, man, so we got involved with the film, man. And you know, Charlie asked me to do the soundtrack. You know, the lead song for the theme of the movie soundtrack, and then, you know, the rest of it was live, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and y'all.
And it's been a cult classic.
It's definitely a classic. It's like my all-time favorite, I want to say. And, you know, I remember I cut school to go see that movie. I really did. I went to go see it when it I swear to God, when it first came out. Like, me and about 10 other cats, we cut school and we went to go see the matinee. I think we might have snuck in the movies. I don't know how we did it, but
You probably snuck in.
you,
Or somebody,
Yeah,
one
probably,
person
'cause that's
paid
why we
and
don't
then
get
helped
no
the door
money
open.
from it. 'Cause
right,
everybody snuck in to
exactly.
see it.
You know how that shit was. It's all good.
Yeah.
But then after that, so, you know, I was definitely, it left an impression on me. But then I always wondered why, after that movie, it was like maybe a few years before you actually put out records. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, Yvette and you know, what label was that you guys were on?
Well, the thing was, we did a record in like the year we did the movie was like the first year we started doing records and stuff.
Right.
So everybody else was doing this 79, 80, 81. We didn't do a record till like 81, end of 81, 82. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, we was too busy worrying about the stage and doing live shows and performances. We was killing them. We was the top group out here doing shows. So we wasn't really concerned with making records back then.
I can dig it. So, you know, one thing I also remember is I remember meeting you like when we was first coming on the scene, and you at the time, this had to be like, I guess, early 90s when we came out. And I went to New York and I met you, and I was in all, you know, I was like, oh shit, that's Grand Master Caz. But when I met you, you were so welcoming, you know what I mean? Like, you were receptive, I want to say. It seemed to, you know, I guess our generation of hip hop and whatnot.
Right.
Are you feeling the same way, you know, receptive as far as today's generation of hip hop? Like, what do you feel about what's rocking right now?
Honestly, no. Because I think the further away from original hip hop you get, you know, it loses something for me.
Yep.
You know, just like every generation has its generation of music.
Right.
You know, what it likes, what it's used to. You know, what influenced it. You know what I mean? And for me, you know, the music of today is kind of so far away from that I don't really have the same, you know, feeling and emotion for it as I did like when we met. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, in the 90s, hip-hop was going through transitions, but it was still hip-hop. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And it was being heard on different places, and you heard different people's versions of hip-hop, and it was cool, but it was still hip-hop. You know what I mean? So I think it's just gotten so far away from what it was originally that there's like a gap. There's like a generation gap between the music itself.
Yeah.
So, you know, it kind of lost me, man. Kind of threw me off, man.
Yeah, one thing that's crazy to me is that, you know, a lot of this now generation, or just say, like the young generation of hip hop, they don't even know, like
who these guys are.
They don't even like, like when I came up, man, we knew about what came before us.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like I wasn't born in the 40s, but I knew about Billie Holiday. I knew about the Isley Brothers.
From your parents.
You know what I'm saying? I knew about Spoonie G, Grand Master Caz. I knew about, I studied and I learned about the music that came before us.
Right.
I think a lot of these youngsters, it's such a gap that they don't even know what happened. If it happened 5 years ago, they don't know what it is.
It happened 2 weeks
I don't even
ago.
think they realize.
Exactly. That's where I think the disconnect is, and it's not just with the older generation with them, but their generation with us. You know what I mean? I meet a Money B, and a Money B like, yo, oh shit, Grandmaster Caz, excuse me, but yo, Grandmaster.
Oh, you can say what the fuck you want to.
You know me, you know my history, and you care enough to respect it. So you know what I mean? That's gonna make me more receptive to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how that works. I mean, period, in life. So when you have a disconnect with somebody, whether it's through music or whatever it is, academics, whatever, you ain't gonna really have, you ain't gonna be as close to it. You ain't gonna feel it as much as you feel something that's closer to what you know and care about. So I mean, y'all, Pac, you know what I mean? Back then, you know what I mean? The whole digital fam, I mean, that was like, yo, I felt the vibe and the groove, man. And you see, you know what I mean? You respect, you know what I mean? I see Shock G anywhere. It's love, you know what I mean? And, Pac shot at me on records and stuff. So it was mutual, man. It was mutual.
That's what it is. Well, is there any MC, and then I'm not, just throw out the music, you know what I mean?
Right.
The sound. Are there any MCs out, like currently, that you kind of like, you go, okay, he's all right, he's nice. You know what I'm saying? Anybody out right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
You know what? It's hard to say. When the question is put to me, and then later on I'll be like, oh, yo, so and so, or so and so, or so and so. But just off top, I think I know where you headed with this, but like, not really.
Okay.
I got some specialty cats, and the people who are like more lyrical and vocal, I'm geared towards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I roll with Kendrick.
Cats who write and think about what they say, and you can say that 10 years later, and it'll still be classic. Still listening to Jada Kiss. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cats like Immortal Technique, and Black Thought from the Roots. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? I just want to hear something, man, that challenges me, you know what I mean, and moves me, because I'm a writer, man, and a pretty good one at that.
Well, you know what
so
always...
when I hear people say something, man, it got to move me.
Right. Nah, well, I always make the statement is, I always tell people, I was like, yo, I think Caz can still serve a lot of these cats, these young cats out here right now.
He tells them every week, Caz.
I swear to God.
Well,
every week.
That's what they say, man. That's what they say. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'd like to think that I got to a level where I'm just there. I'm, like you just classic, man. Like you timeless.
Yeah.
And whatever you do, it's always going to be hot. It's always going to be fly because it's that level of stuff. And there's like not a lot of artists that, 20 years from now, you singing they stuff. You know what I mean? Or you remember like some rhyme that he said somewhere, something. I mean, I first went to Cali, man. Cats was singing Eiht.
Right.
Yep.
Eiht wasn't even a record, yo. It was just a rhyme I used to say, man. But it just caused such a wave and a ripple, you know what I mean, that later on you can see its effect and how people were influenced by it. So, man, that's why I love this, man, and that's why I keep doing it.
Nice.
Well, I think the first record I ever spent with my money was punk rock rap.
That's right.
my
okay, now that was a shot at trying to merge the two worlds together. Right. You know what I mean? Yep. The rebellious punk rock music and the rebellious hip hop music. You know what I mean? The downtown scene was kind of looking at what we was doing, and then when the Wild Style movie came out, that kind of put us together with that environment as well. So, we did the punk rock rap. Wasn't one of our best songs, but it was cute for the time. The reason why I didn't get, more exposure is because CBS picked up our label as an associated label behind punk rock rap.
Wow.
We were the first independent label picked up by CBS, a major, back when no majors was messing with hip hop.
That's dope.
And they thought we was white.
Oh, for real? They thought she was white because it was called punk rock rap?
We was white.
Wow.
And when they found out we was black, they didn't know what to do with us. They didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to promote it. They didn't know how to push it.
For real. That's dope. Well, that record is also a part of hip hop history because, you know, I have a segment on my show called "Where'd That Come From," where I play songs and ask, like, you know, where did they get this part of the record from, or whatever. And you know, punk rock rap has that. Oh my God, that Dougie Fresh used in the show.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't know that.
That was my girlfriend at the time.
Are you serious?
For real? Was she British?
Yep, it's Tony Tone cousin.
Wow.
All right, that's the voice that goes, oh my God, it's the Cold Crush.
So she wasn't from England?
Oh my God.
Nah, we was just messing around with that.
I swear to God, all this time I thought they got some
from England, right?
Some British chick to sing that shit. That's funny. So,
oh my God.
Caz, we're not gonna hold you, but let everybody know about, you know, your current projects. I know you get Maxwell brought your book back to me, which I appreciate. But let everybody know all the different projects that you're working on right now.
Well, man, you know, I'm definitely continuing to do my hip hop sightseeing tours, Hush tours. I've been doing that for 12 years, man. We're the only hip hop sightseeing tour in the world. Okay. And what I do is I put people on the bus in Midtown, who come to New York City, and I take and I hip hop.
It's cutting in and out.
It's a 4-hour trip, and by the time they finish, everybody is loving hip hop. You know what I mean? From an old school perspective.
Okay, so basically,
and I got the book, of course, written. You know what I mean? Which is after I did the Art of Rap movie, it was like, yo, this guy's handwriting is crazy, man. He should do a book. So they gave me a book deal, and I did a lyric book called Written, and it's written in my own handwriting. So
and it's dope too.
You know, that's another first. You know.
Right.
And other than that, man, I'm still looking for, you know, to do new music, man. I'm working on an album. I got a blend CD, a mixed blend CD I'm about to drop with my girl DJ Lady Love.
Right.
You know, and I'm still writing for artists, collaborating with artists around the world. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it don't stop, baby. It don't stop.
That's what's up. Well, you know, if you need me, you can always reach out. Yo, Caz, let everybody know where they can find you on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot.
Oh, definitely. Well, of course, you know, I got to be up with everybody else. So I'm on Facebook, Grand Master Caz Brown. All right, on Twitter, Grand Master Caz. Instagram, GMC Entertainment. My website is www.grandmastercaz.com. All right, and I'm also working with an organization called Windows of Hip Hop, and we're trying to bring, you know, education to schools through hip hop.
Yes.
That's what it do. Caz, you know.
So I got my hands and feet in a little bit of everything, man.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Appreciate it, man. We need it.
You definitely appreciate it. You are a living legend. And you know, when you're in LA, you got to come see me.
Got to come by.
I need to get you live in the studio, man.
No doubt. You already know. You already know, baby. I got you covered. I'm in there, all right?
We need that.
That's what it do. So, once again, Grand Master Caz.
So I just want to say rest in peace, man, to Big Bang Hank, man. You know what I mean?
For sure. That's what it do. Rest in power. There it is, man. So thanks for taking the time, and we're going to catch up, all right?
One love.
For sure. Good looking. That was Grand Master Caz.
Great call, man. Great call.
That is that guy.
That guy, man.
Definitely
doing
legend.
It. Lyricist to the bone.
So we're going to take a break, and I think we want to play Maxwell. Where you at? Open that door and see where Max is at.
Max? Where you at?
Come here, Max.
Come here, Max.
Because we're going to rock this Too Short.
We got to rock this Too Short shit.
We're about to play this Too Short video.
You got to come
so I want you to talk about it a little bit. Come on. Sit down, Maxwell.
Oh, man.
Don't be shy. Don't be ugly and shy.
Ugly and shy, yeah.
It's easy, can I sit in your chair?
Yeah,
you have no choice.
Right? So tell us about this video we about to watch.
Are we right now?
Yeah, we on. Talk about it.
What do you want to know about the video, man?
What's your role in the video and the whole concept? How'd you came up with it?
How'd I come up with it?
So you are the animator.
I am the director, animator, creator, treatment creator.
He's saying that shit like, yeah,
I am the man.
Just call me the motherfucker.
You're the man.
Go ahead, eh?
He's the man.
So yeah, no, I got a call and a friend of a friend, Monica Payne, hit me up and she wanted to know if I could do some animation because she's seen the projects I've done with Sadat X, she's seen the projects I've done with a couple other cats, and Short was looking, obviously, because of the song 19,999 Bitches.
Man.
Right.
He couldn't exactly do that in real life.
Yeah.
Everything that's described in there. So they thought of the concept of animation, and then when it came together and I put the package together, they're like, can you do it in a month? And these projects usually take me 2 months.
Yeah.
And no sleep, I pulled it off.
Word. And for those of you who don't know,
Good job.
you know, 19,999 bitches is because Wilt Chamberlain supposedly slept with 20,000 bitches.
That's the stats.
That's what it's a play on that.
The stats work out to about 3 a day, 7 days a week.
Right. He's fucking a lot of hoes. That's why in the song they say, I'm
Every
on you, Wilt.
day.
Yeah,
That's my favorite part. So let's rock this video, man. Right here on the Going Way Back show. Money B.
Money B.
Money
show.
B. Money
In the
B.
building with Ton Teasy,
Ton Teasy.
Lord Tariq,
Lord Tariq.
Maxwell Benson,
Maxwell
Anybody that
B.
sits in that seat,
DJ Always.
DJ
Yes.
anyone that
Always.
sits in
What
that
up?
seat is called. It has an easy in their name, so you're Ben Beasy.
Maxwell Benzie.
Nah, I don't like
Maxwell Benzie.
Maxwell Beasley.
Maxwell Benzie.
Benzie.
Shout out to the homie G. He out there listening. I know a lot of people was telling me they're trying to call in. Well, for everybody that's tried to call in, we having issues with the phone right now.
Technical difficulties.
Technical differences. We got to pay the bill. Now,
What is it?
motherfuckers didn't-
It's the 15th? Is it the
Motherfuckers
15th?
didn't pay the bill.
pay the bill,
It's
Mike.
the 11th. You didn't pay the bill yet?
Goddamn.
Shit.
For real. So, real quick, while we got you, Maxwell, we saw the video for Too Short's video.
Yes, sir.
Now, what part of the process is the most difficult?
The most difficult process is always the first part, is getting the concept from the person's brain of how they want it to look, like
Right.
visually, how you want your characters to look.
Right.
So if you were to come to me and say you want a video, it'd be how, like, what you want stylistically, what you want visually, the character design is the hardest part. If once you get that out of the way, everything's like that.
But
Right.
it seemed like it was easy. It's just a dog.
It's a type of dog, though.
It would seem like it was
You know how long
easy.
it took for them to decide what dogs they wanted to be?
I
shit
mean,
sound-
And then the
funny.
jewelry accessories on the dogs?
Oh, for real? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to have my Turkish chain
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah. So that's the part that becomes a little bit interesting. All of that, after that, it's just because that's the part that where you deal with the client on a one-to-one basis. After
Yeah.
that, you're just going in and creating because you basically have the direction that you want to go in.
Right.
Word.
And just to let you guys know, sooner or later, there's going to be something special dropping between Money B and I.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll drop it on the show first, and then we'll put it
That'd
out.
be
We
great.
should. We
That would
most
be
definitely
great.
should.
It's been getting a lot. Everybody I show it to has been getting a lot of people like it. So
Nice.
it's gonna be
Well, let
something
me
special.
see it.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
How we
Money
look,
B.
How we looking on 8? Got charged a little bit? Okay, we're gonna charge a little bit. So while we wait, let's get back to one of our original games,
Oh.
original segments. And Jay, if you watching,
Oh man, here we go.
see if you can guess this. If you guess it, and if you can't, try to call in. Tanteezy, we're gonna do a.
Tanteezy
who said
didn't
it?
like that game. She just busted up.
We're gonna do the who said it,
Who said it?
right?
Who said that?
Everybody knows it.
Who said it?
Who said that?
Who the fuck said that?
Yo, did you slap E40 in there? Is that new? That visual?
Nah, that's always been there.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's go with let me see which ones you got. Let's do number 2.
2.
See if Maxwell knows his hip hop.
I guarantee you I'm not good with lyrics. I'm good with beats. You give me a beat, I can probably identify. But lyricism?
Say what?
Is this the right one?
This is the right one. Let's try it.
I love-
Jeremy, see if you can guess it too.
Okay.
He don't know shit.
Yeah, I think we should profile the sound booth one day.
Oh,
we should do a whole show from the sound booth.
Right.
And just comment on what they're doing.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all ready?
Like, fuck your sound booth.
Just kidding, dog. Just kidding.
Here we go.
Hard like penitentiary, still breaking necks while I flex my sex appeal. Who said
Wow. Nah, man. Nah. You're gonna have to give me a
Hard
hint.
like penitentiary, still breaking necks while I flex my sex appeal. Who said it?
Somebody's gonna call in or text it.
Yeah, what's that
you,
dude's
G.
what's that dude's name again that gets all your shirts?
Solo Flex.
Solo Flex, where you at?
No, he's on punishment right now. He can't call.
He's on a timeout.
How many shirts did he get?
3.
Damn. No, I ain't got nothing, man. I told you.
One more time, say it. Ha! Somebody did get it.
Like penitentiary, still breaking necks while I flex my sex appeal.
What song though, G? G got it.
Well,
what
G
song?
need to call
G
in.
need to call
He can't
in.
because the phones is fucked up.
855
Oh,
878
That's why we can't get 8 on the line.
4652.
Sound
Caller,
booth.
you're on the air.
The 8?
Hello?
No, this is MC8.
8.
Hey.
H, you there?
Hello. Check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Eiht?
There he
Yeah,
is.
what's up, babe?
What's good with you, man? You know, we made up a new nickname for you when we thought you was coming. We was calling you MC Late.
MC Late.
MC Procrastinate.
MC Nick.
I got that. I'm with that. That means you handling business when you doing that.
That's
so it's
right.
all good.
What's up with you, family? How you
Good
doing?
show, 8.
Man, you know, man, I'm out here busy working with the kids, football, studio, travel. Man, it's just too much to handle in one day. You know what I'm saying?
What, before we even jump into the music thing, you know, something I'm really interested in. You are very involved with your son's football team. Are you a coach?
Yeah, man, I've been head coaching for the last 5 years, man. Corona Chargers, junior All-American football. So, you know, my son, they in the playoffs this weekend, 9-0. So,
Damn.
9-0?
I understand.
yeah, so, you know, football, you know, with these kids is very intense. I'm just trying to keep, you know, my son into something, you know what I'm saying?
No, I can
so
dig
he ain't got to be all on the Xboxes and, you know, so that's one of my things. I'm trying to give back by participating in his activities, you know. Back in the days, you know, I was touring a lot, you know, with my daughter, so I didn't get a lot of chance to do a lot of their school activities and stuff. So I try to make it a priority right now to participate, you know. It's a lot of young cats out here, a lot of young boys, you know, fathers not in the homes or whatever. So I try to participate with coaching and football and just volunteering, man, just on that side, you know, just trying to give back.
That's what's up. Now, tell me, as a head coach for, what are they, the juniors, peewees? What's their division? What do they call
They
it?
in a micro division, 9 and 10-year-olds.
Okay, now, how thick is that playbook? It's like,
Man, you know, we try to not complicate it too much but you know, kids are very intelligent, you know, so, I mean, we running spread offenses, we running zone reads, I mean, we running, you know, we run 4-4 defenses, 5-3 defenses, blitzes, I mean, all that's coming for 9 and 10-year-olds, so it's pretty intense, man, it's pretty intense.
Word, that's what's up. And what's crazy is, well, not what's crazy, but you know, when remember when we what was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago, when we were gonna do that show in Ohio, and I played the video drop that you did, right? And a lot of people got real excited because you had the Charger hat on. They was like, he a San Diego Chargers fan, blah 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 blah.
I'm a Chargers fan, but then my team is the Corona Chargers. But I'm an OG Chargers fan.
Oh, so
you know,
really
Kellen Winslow, Dan Fouts, Charlie Joyner. I'm an OG Chargers fan.
Oh, for real? Do you remember John Jefferson?
Man, come on, man.
That was my guy back in the day, Air Coryell. For real. Well, let's get into some of this music. So what we did play just a second ago, I played the video with You and the Outlaws, produced by DJ Premier. You've been doing a lot of work with DJ Premier. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, I've been knowing Premier, man, since my career got started. We ain't gonna say how long ago was that, but you know, you know how we come back from back in the days. But I've been knowing Premier since the Gang Star days, since they was on Wild Pitch with Manifest, man. So you know, I go way back with Premier and Keith and the whole Gang Star movement. So just us being friends and homies and staying in contact over the years, man. Premier, you know, hooked up with me. He was working on one of his artists, Black Poet, a couple of years back.
Okay.
And he hit me up, and they wanted to do like a little California remix to Black Poet's little single he had out. So, you know, I jumped on that, you know, and from there, you know, I went to New York. Me and Premier was, you know, did a couple of shows or whatever. So I had just been at the crib working on stuff, you know, not planning on releasing, just getting into the feel of music, because, you know, music was changing. Music was on this roller coaster ride. It was all over the place. So I was just trying to get into the feel of music on what I was used to doing. Okay. So just to get an opinion, you know, I'd send Premier tracks. You know, he'd be like, oh, this is dope. This is dope. I sent him some more. This is dope. This is dope. So after sending him about maybe 30 songs, he was like, you know, let's get together and try to, you know, work on something. So from there, we've been working on this project for the last 2 years, and like it's finally finished. You know, he's mixing it. We got 2 songs to go. You know, so it's a beautiful thing, man. Just to have somebody like that in your corner, and him being a worldwide, you know, producer that's highly looked up to as one of the originators and good producers, for him to be able to come to me and tell me that I had some of that stuff that he was missing that people wanted to hear. So that's what made me go full-fledged into the project.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely feeling it, because, you know, Preem, you know, he blast out with his, you know, his email blast that he sends out weekly with tracks. So I get all that music, man, and everything that I'm getting is fire. You know what I mean? And I was just kind of really...
Thank you for sharing that, too.
Oh, yeah.
We just trying to make some good music, you know what I'm saying, Money? We just trying to make some good music. I mean, it seems like nowadays music is just slapped together, you know, put together, whatever. Nobody got no substance in it. Like I said, each is on with artists, whatever. I'm not hating on the new school or the new West or whatever is new, but from our era of music that we made, it was just a different time and a different way of how we looked at making quality music. So I just went back to the drawing board, sat down with Premier, and got with some of my, you know, people I looked up to, like, you know, Be Real. I got Be Real on the album. I got Rage on the album. I got Bumpy Knuckles. I got Big Mike from the Ghetto Boys.
You ain't got Money B on the album.
Money B.
Exhibit, you know, so, you know, I just went digging around with people I admired to get down with me on this project, and we cooked up some good gumbo.
Well, you ain't got Money B on there.
Well, you know, money. I got projects, man. You know, we family. We right down the street, so we working all the time.
Yeah, we gonna rock. Now, you know, one of my one of the listeners actually hit me up, and they was like, "Man, ask him about." And I didn't even remember this, but when I looked at it, I remembered it, because I actually had this record, and it was the Compton compilation, which I believe is the first record that you made, right? Right.
Well, officially, first record I ever made, I did like a vocal little guest appearance on a little techno-ass record that DJ Slip had produced. It was a little 12-inch, because back in our days here in California, we had techno shit. That's what West Coast music was, really.
Techno
before, you know, Easy and Shock and Digital Underground and all that. We had a lot of techno shit out here, you know, so
Egyptian Lover.
My man DJ Slip was doing techno record, so that was like my first little taste of putting my voice on the record. But my first official was the Compton compilation with Rhymes Too Funky.
Yeah, that was it. Now we got to bring that back. Pull up Rhymes Too Funky. I want to hear that before we get out of here. And then, you know, fast forward a little bit, and I think me and you may have talked about this before, but I remember being in LA. I was at Unknown's house one day, and I was with Rose from Body and Soul, me and my brother, and I believe Sin Dog was with us too. And it was like, he had some guys recording in the back or down. What did he have a studio downstairs or was it in the back? I didn't really go back there. And I was like, who is that?
Which place? Which place?
I forget what it was. It was a house. You had to go up the steps to get in his house. And it was
okay. That was in L.A.
Yeah, it was in L.A. Right. And he was like, yeah, it's my group, Compton's Most Wanted. And I always remembered that. I was like, who is, because y'all really wasn't out. But then after, it seemed like right after I got home, then that's when, all that shit started coming out. And I was like, I remember that. I was in the house when y'all was recording that shit.
Music to Drive-By was my shit.
And I don't even think you ever came out the room. Well, you may have peeked out and said, what's up? But I was like, damn, he don't even know I was there when y'all was recording.
Crazy.
At Unknown Crib.
Small world.
Now, was that...
Man, we would been working, man, for a long time, man. Me and Chill and Slip. And, like back then we hooked up with Unknown. So we just had that different Compton sound. Easy was out NWA, but something about Compton's Most Wanted, man, we was just different. We just had that... We had vivid storytellings of life that, actually from cats who was still being in the neighborhood, because me and Chill was still on the block when we was making Compton's Most Wanted records.
Yeah, and that was my shit. That's actually, in my personal opinion, that was my favorite album that y'all did, the very first one. That was my shit.
It's a Compton thing.
It's a Compton thing. I still rock that. You can get the duck sick. Bitch.
Oh, yeah, them cuts was the shit. The duck sick, I'm with that.
Right.
The final chapter, one times gaffled them up.
Did Slip produce all of that?
Slip produced that whole record.
That was dope. And I actually remember...
Unknown produced a little bit, but majority of our shit Slip produced. Unknown was really just the motherfucking... He was just the corporate motherfucker.
just keeping it 100.
Motherfucker. He was the one that, fucked niggas over a little bit and had the keys to the motherfucking, he rubbed shoulders with the corporate motherfuckers and all that. We was the gritty niggas. We didn't know shit. We was still in the neighborhood. Me and Chill would leave the motherfucking studio and go straight to the neighborhood and post up, so we didn't know any better, but I just liked it making music. I like making rap music. That was my thing, That was our era, what we did. We depicted Compton, not to be negative, but we just wanted to show people what it was going on our side of the neighborhood from Compton, but not to depict from what Easy and them was doing. So, it's been a long time coming.
Nah, it was definitely classic music. So let's take a turn. We talk about, your role in Menace to Society, man. It was classic. And I thought after that you had like a acting career that was about to pop up.
Right?
Because I was like, damn, he was
killed it.
I don't know. Something, Money.
Yeah.
I think back then, I give it up to the Hughes brothers, giving me a shot.
Right.
Ren was really supposed to play that part. I don't know. I think Ren got busy, whatever. So they came to me and they offered me the part. And I had to go read for about 4 or 5 times before they was convinced to give me the part. But, I think them, that because it came out to be one of the good movies, cult classic for us.
Yes, sir.
It gave me a shot of trying to, everybody was doing the rapper acting thing back then. I never went after roles. I guess you could say that's why I never ended up in other movies.
Right.
Because I didn't get the Hollywood bug. I didn't get the agent and go like, I'm finna go out for movies, whatever. Right. I got offered a couple of parts, but they was always on some comedy shit. And I just didn't want to depict myself in no comedy-ass shit. Cause I didn't think... Because being a young motherfucker back then and trying to impress niggas from the neighborhood and show people that you were still on that era, I didn't want people to take us for just some funny-ass group or some niggas who was just doing shit to make money. So I didn't just take anything that was thrown at me. I done passed up a lot of shit.
So you had an image to uphold.
My image to portray.
Yeah, brand
what I was really as on records. Because when I'm telling you shit on records is real life.
Yeah, he like
so
it.
I didn't want to motherfucking confuse that
Right.
or basically contradict that by going, I'm going to tell motherfuckers we struggling in the neighborhood, but then I'm going to go take this check and go put on a clown nose and a big wig for this movie part.
Yeah, it's
So
principality behind
I kind of strayed away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I could dig it. I could dig it. But I just want to let you know, man, that I was impressed.
Yeah, that was
you know,
a cold,
out of everybody in that
part,
movie,
man.
you and O-Dog, y'all killed that shit. And of course, Sophia Harold.
Yeah.
You know, he rocked it.
Yeah.
Be, you know, short role, be that as it may.
Very short.
It was
role.
good. What you gonna say?
They let a nigga do some put some flavor into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had corny shit in there, and they had corny shit to where I was like,
really?
oh hell no, we don't do shit like that, and we don't shit like that. We don't wear clothes like that. We don't do that. So they let me put a lot of original flavor into my part,
nice.
Which I appreciated because, you know, they had scenes in there to where shit was just stupid or corny,
right.
And they would let me ad-lib and let me do what I felt like a motherfucker would really do in that situation.
Yeah, they just put you in a situation. They let you make it authentic, so you authenticize the situation. And I could tell.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you just seemed it was natural when you was doing it. You know, like other motherfuckers seemed like they was acting. You seemed like you was just in there.
They was actors. You know, they was some acting motherfuckers.
Right.
Byron was an actor. Lorenz was actor.
Yep.
Right.
You know,
So
they have some more acting motherfuckers in there. Charles Dutton.
Yep.
You know, it was some actors. But me, I never picked up no script or no shit like that. I just knew where they was coming from with making a neighborhood movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the neighborhood.
That's
you
right.
know,
and
this shit that y'all writing and y'all scripting out in cameras.
Yeah,
I'm doing this shit every fucking day. Real shit. We on the block. We looking for one time. We selling drugs. People trying to shoot at us. We shooting back. This is real life from somebody who grew up in that era. So I think my adding to the movie just basically threw some realism into it, you know, because I wasn't no actor. Motherfuckers didn't know me for being an actor.
Were there any interesting stories that happened on the set while you guys were shooting that you can think of? Anything that came up?
I mean, really, I could think of, a lot of stories. I mean, being in wrong neighborhoods, having to cancel shoots because, you know, neighborhood dudes be like, oh, no, y'all not shooting over here today. I mean, we went through some real life stuff, going to the projects, you know, having to incorporate real project dudes into the movie just so that they wouldn't cause problems with set members or the staff or the directors. You know, the situation with Pac and them came to the set and chased Albert and all that shit.
Was you there when that happened, that whole altercation?
Oh, yeah.
You saw it? So what is...
I mean, basically, man, I mean, they worked with Pac. They knew Pac. They did his videos. They shot like about 4 of Pac's videos. So they knew the type of dude Pac was. But they knew that basically New Line wanted Pac to be in that movie. Basically, it wouldn't have been no Menace if Pac wasn't in the movie.
Right.
So they knew that Pac was going to want that leading role. So by them not giving him that leading role, it automatically caused conflict. It caused strife.
Right.
So every day Pac came to work, it was like an interruption. It was a pause. It was funny to me. You know, we'd be reading, we'd be in the script room, we'd be all reading. It'd be time for Pac to do his part. He'd be like, I ain't feeling this shit. He like, you know, every day it was a disruption. And they used that to their advantage to tell New Line, we can't work with him. So we need to get him out the movie, which they did, which it was a sneak attack, and he felt it. So that's how he took his revenge on. He came to the set, you know, the homies was with him. he approached Albert and them, and you know, it was fight or flight. So hey, shit.
Cut out. Damn. I think Pop fucked up my chances of being in that. I was supposed to be in that movie.
Really? Yeah.
Let me say he fucked my chances off.
No. Let me tell you, because you know the Hughes brothers actually gave them their first, their first video they ever shot was my video,
right?
A Raw Fusion video, and the way that I found them, they actually had a demo reel because they was going to UCLA Film School or whatever, or USC, whatever.
Exactly.
And they had a little short film called Menace to Society. It was black and white, and you know the scene at the end when he drive by real slow and the little shootout. Yeah. They had that shot. Like way back in the day.
So that was wow.
So from that, I saw that, and that's why we did. If you go back and you look at Raw Fusion, Throw Your Hands in the Air, it's in black and white. And it's because they directed that video, and we picked them from their short film demo.
Wow.
And they were like some unknown little 19-year-old kids, and they was like trying to shoot all these directors. We was like, no, we want that.
We want those guys.
So when we did it, and then they did another video for us, which led to them doing Tupac's videos. And I was like, man, so when y'all do something, fuck with me. And then next thing you know, Menace come out. Well, Pac, they got into that beef, and then I was like, well, why y'all didn't? And they was like, man, they just kind of try to shy away from everybody that was involved with Pac and all this. So like I said, Tupac fucked up my chances to be a star.
You need to write a book. Fucked up my life.
I could have been a star, Eiht. I could have been a star.
Sure. Who you telling? But hey, I was lucky to get a little piece.
Right.
But they damn sure. Yeah, you was too affiliated with my nigga. They was not fucking with you, money. They was like, cool.
Yeah, it was too close to home. So,
but it was all they planned to get the movie off in the first. Like I said, they knew Pac, they knew his associates, they knew how he rolled, but they knew, they was going to film school. They wanted to get that budget. So hey, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Right, and it worked out. So I forgive them.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
what are you gonna do?
Cool with, like they say, I told them all day, Pac was my nigga, but hey, shit. I'm in the movie. Don't get rid of me. I'm right here.
Exactly. So, Eiht, speaking of that, like you and Quik, you guys are cool now, right?
Oh yeah, we straight.
So y'all kick it. So now that y'all tight, let me ask you this question, and I believe you can answer honestly. The song, what's it called? Don't Make Dollars, Don't Make Sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you can say, wasn't that song the beat? Because like a lot of times I hear cats make tracks, niggas go back and forth, but sometimes somebody make a club banger, and like you be in the club, and I know you be like, man, fuck that nigga, fuck that song, but now that y'all cool, he's like, oh yeah, it's kind of alright.
The beat is alright. I'm always like, I don't doubt a nigga's production.
Right.
I mean, but then you gotta look at me and Quik, because we on two different levels when it come to music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely believe
I'm
that.
a gritty nigga.
Right.
I don't look to tap your feet.
Right.
I don't look to shake your ass. I don't look to make your head nod.
Right.
Now, if I happen to get that,
yeah,
double up on me. But my music is directed to make you listen to what a nigga struggle is, of why we can't get ahead in the neighborhoods or police brutality or whatever. So I've never been the one who was the toe-tapping, groove-holistic type of nigga. Now, when you got a producer, now let's put it, Quik's a producer.
Right.
I'm an MC. I never intended to if I did a couple of beats, hey, whatever.
Right.
He's a musical nigga. I can play this, I can play this instrument. So he should have came with a beat that was hard, because that's his first love. He's a I would think of any nigga who getting into disc records or battle records with a motherfucker, if they're a producer first, that your beat better be banging.
Right.
Oh, you ain't working no shit.
You better. Like if Dre, I mean, we know Dre got niggas who write his raps or whatever.
Right.
But if he finna diss a nigga, man, your motherfucker, I bet you the beat finna just, he ain't gotta say a word. All he gotta do is play the beat. And it's gonna be over with.
Drop the beat and it's over for you.
Done.
Because it's
So
international.
that's them type of dudes, you know, Dre, Quik, you know, whatever. So if you getting into that era, you gotta know a nigga gonna come or he gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna get that beat to where first of all, a motherfucker gonna play it in the club and it's gonna make everybody bang, even though it's a diss record.
Right, because I don't even think niggas was listening to the words so much. That's
what you got to do. Like, because if I was a production motherfucker first, you best believe I'm going to have a beat going to where even though I'm finna be talking about taking a nigga's head off, I'm still finna have every motherfucker in the club on Saturday banging like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it up with where you got to give it. You can't disregard the musical aspect. Now, as far as lyrics, I chop a nigga head off, but I'm gonna go to another nigga for my production, and then he gonna be thinking of what MC8 can do best. MC8's a storyteller, so we gotta go slow and low on the motherfucker.
Well, speaking of that,
he ain't trying to make you dance in the club, so you know his first effect on the nigga is gonna be his wordplay, not the beat.
Right. But speaking of that, you know, like you said, you don't purposely make tracks for niggas to dance to. But you actually made a record. I know in Oakland, in the town where, you know, my people, we used to rock to Growing Up in the Hood, the remix with that Zap shit that you
the More Bounce.
Oh, the More Bounce. Nigga.
See that's where my production type shit come in.
That was it right there.
I'm a neighborhood nigga, so we slow and low with the groove.
Right.
But I still know those type of songs that still gonna make the dudes in the neighborhood still go, damn, that's banging. Right. Therefore, we come with More Bounce. More Bounce is a neighborhood classic.
It is. So every time that come on, even DJ
Always. Every time
Always.
it come on from
even
Growing
DJ
Up in the
Always.
Hood remix to EPMD, you got to chill. You hear More Bounce, it's over.
It's over.
Right. Well, look, they telling me we got to go to break 8. So, you know, real quick now, tell the people we got to get you in studio.
Please.
Eventually.
I'm coming to the studio. We gonna trip. I'm working on this album. It's about finished. We got one more cut. It's called Which Way Is West. MCA DJ Premier should be out top of the year. Man, I got copies. I got all that coming down. So we gonna be in the studio. We gonna bang the whole album out, and it's gonna be official.
That's what it is. So y'all heard it first. So he is gonna come in the studio. He's not just DJ. MC8, MC late. He's not MC late, but now when he get here, he'll be MC straight.
MC straight.
Like better late than never, and if you professional, you always gonna be able to connect. Like I say, I ain't one of those cats who I might not show up, but I'm still gonna make the show go down because you know we got to do that for the fans, and we got to stay and connect with the people.
Yes,
so
sir.
Looking out for having me on the show, period. Because you know we still need that. A lot of cats feel they don't need interviews and to go around and promo and, you know, shake the hands and kiss the babies, politic, you know what I'm saying? But I'm from the old school money. You know how we used to do promo tours and autograph signings, baby.
You got to do it. Kiss the babies. Kiss the babies.
Kiss the babies all day.
So, hey, real quick.
Hey, don't think I ain't forgot about your kid, too, man. When he good, you bring him on out when it's time. Don't play, money.
For sure. Man, I'm bringing them.
Exactly.
You already know I am. So, quick, tell the people, you know, where they can find you on social media if they want to contact you for shows, bookings, whatever, you know.
And contact me. I'm on Instagram, 808. That's EIHT, the number 0, EIHT, 808. I'm on Facebook, 808, 8 Compton. I'm on Twitter, 808. Everything is 808, man. So look me up, holler at me. Anybody want to get down on some music, some shows, or just to chop it up on some real, let you know, keep in tune with the new album, you know, that's coming out once again, Which Way Is West, Blue Stamp Music. Good looking out, Money, for having me on the Way Back show. You know we go way back, Jill.
And we totally do. MC8, we're going to catch up. I appreciate you taking the time, man.
All day. Hit me up, Money. You know we working.
All right, fam. I'm at you. Like,
Jill.
There it is.
Great call.
Unbelievable.
2 great calls.
Yeah, 2 great calls.
Good show, man.
Yeah.
We got to get the guys in.
Got some time out.
Had, you know, 2 great calls. We had a great video.
Great.
Maxwell.
Great.
Everything was great.
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
a great.
shit.
Where can they find you, Max?
Where? Oh, social media.
Yeah, where can they find you?
Instagram, Maxwell Info. If you need shots, hit me up at maxwellbenson.com for photographs, all that stuff.
Nice.
Word up. I'm going to speak for Ty Teasy. Because she out there with Lord Tariq. You know, always catch her.
For sure.
Hey, at Todd_Teasy, TON_TEEZY. Make sure you subscribe to the Going Way Back Show YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like us on Facebook, the Going Way Back Show.
For sure.
You can find me on all social media at MoneyB69. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, the website, GoingWayBackShow.com. There you will find the archives of the podcast.
Yes.
Because I
Yes.
know, you know, we're talking, and a lot of this great music we speak about on the podcast actually play
Yes.
the songs.
Yes.
The music. Let's talk. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk all this shit. So we
Wanna
play
hear
the
the
music
music.
on the podcast.
Exactly.
So check out the site, GoingWayBackShow.com. Check out the podcast. Always.
R always on Instagram and at always in the air on Twitter.
We should have a competition for what his new handle should be, so it's straight across the
Please,
board.
man.
Yeah, we gotta
I know.
find
I
you
gotta
just
find
one
something.
One common
all across the board.
fucking.
I mess that up. Even though I'm trying to look and tag you, man, it's just like
hard.
impossible.
I don't
know,
even
dude.
try. I just type in RY and it comes up.
I can't
whatever
even.
I'm on.
The R always messes me up, man. I can never remember that.
Ty Teasy, I shouted your handle
Hey,
out.
hey, does Tariq have a Instagram or anything?
Does
yet?
Tariq have an Instagram? He doesn't. He will eventually.
The Golden Child.
No, Lord Tariq.
He'll be Lord Tariq if it's not
Did
taken
you do
already.
did you do the YouTube channel and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it all.
You did it all. Yeah.
Took your
I
job.
guess you could keep your job for another week.
Right? Anything else actually you want to say, Ty Teasy?
B-E.
She's saying my line. Anyway, we out, man. And next week, man, check out 6 o'clock, the Real Talk Show with Edie Don Diva Pink.
Yes.
Going Way Back Show.
7 o'clock.
Money being the crew. 7 o'clock. DJ King Assassin at 8 o'clock. You know, he's
be
not
back next
here,
week,
but he
right?
let us,
Yeah.
you know,
He's gone international.
go over. So, you know, I appreciate everybody that hung out with us a little bit later and checked out the show. You know what I'm saying? Next week will probably be reduced to an hour again, but you know, it was fun to be able to kind of like spread out, do your thing.
Hopefully we gain some new listeners.
Oh yeah, hopefully, you know, hopefully somebody that checked in, trying to check out Assassin, checking us out.
We got
It's
3
good.
now.
Tune in. So man, we're gonna get out of here. Until next time, people, please
Be easy.
It's the Goin' Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.
Thanks for visiting the Going Way Back Show channel. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and click that like button.